Hey guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for the period between 2019 and 2026, Chiron and Aries. I'm super excited to be here with you and to take a look at your cards. I don't know what sign it is, but this reading is for Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I am doing an extended for this reading in your February 2019 playlist on Vimeo, or in the Super Duper 2019 bonus playlist, so you can check it out there. Let's take a look at your cards. We have the Five of Wands, which is representative of strife, stress, and worry. Maybe this is something to do with, feeling confident in who you are, or in some way being not in the right place for who you are. We're going to find out what sign it is next. That's going to be very contextualized. In that, we have the Ace of Wands. There's going to be opportunities that come to you through this time period that are in some way going to challenge you to really settle down on who you are and what is important for you. And until you do so, it's going to feel like missed opportunities. So the goal here is to figure out who you are, figure who you are out in a specific circumstance or set of circumstances, so that when these new opportunities come in, some of them are going to be for love, some of them are going to be for business, then you're really, really prepared for whatever it is. Nine of Coins, which is Venus in Virgo. So there is a lot of financial opportunities coming into your life over the next 7 years. Those are going to really test who you are at a much greater level than you are expressing now. So it's like, okay, well, put more effort behind it, pour more proof behind whatever it is that is going on. Let's take a look at your sign. And we have Aries, which I haven't done. So this is you, Aries, which Chiron is moving into Aries. So let's go to that part of the chart, and I'll show you in the chart so we can look at it together. So here is Aries, and this is true for you if you're a Sun, Moon, or Rising Aries. So Chiron is moving into your first house, and even if you have a moon, this is your first house of your moon. And if it's your sun, then this is the first house of your sun. So very beautiful energy. So we have the Five of Wands, Ace of Wands, Nine of Coins. So in some way, I think that in certain respects, you will feel as though you're out on a limb. And I saw that right from the beginning, but in some way you feel like you're out on a limb, like you're trying to prove yourself, and you have very little to go on in terms of grounding that energy. That's Chiron and Aries right here. The nodes for the first year and a half will be here in your 10th house of career, but the focus will be on home and family, defining who you are, defining which way you're going. And so this is going to be an important transit that is in some ways a square to this, so it's going to come into friction. But I think that this will be some of the balancing act that you're doing between who you are respective to family members, respective to your family, and who you are within yourself. And as you ground yourself, as you figure out who you are, then all these opportunities that come in will yield for you much better outcomes, especially on the financial side of things. There will be much better outcomes. So I'm going to pick more cards. I'm going to do the extended on Vimeo, as I said at the beginning, and in it I'm going to do a full 10 card pyramid spread, so look out for that. Okay, so let's see what's coming up for you. Your first message is the Six of Coins. So we have reciprocity, give and take, giving and taking in equal amounts. I feel as though in some ways this is sort of you putting in some effort into having money or resources for things that are to do with just usable energy, like things that have to do with energy that you want to buy something for yourself. And a part of this is like investing in yourself as well. So such as education, such as, just investing in yourself. Then we have the Chariot as the next card, which is the card of business, but it's also the sign of Cancer, which is the North Node here in Cancer, the fourth house of home and family. So there will be demands and opportunities that are presented to you through this transit from family members, from home, and that kind of thing. I feel as though people will come in who will in some way really want your attention when you're not necessarily fully ready to be present, which is one of Aries traits, is to be present at every single given time, to be fully immersed in the moment. And so in some ways that will be a challenge, because as you are working through getting really familiar with this energy and getting familiar with what is bringing, which is confidence in who you are and being more kind of upfront, kind of more not so trying to understand your motives from like a doubt perspective. As you are working through that, immediately almost there will be some types of challenges and opportunities that distract you from this process. So as you reaffirm what to put energy into, Aries, at first it'll feel like a distraction, and then it's going to evolve into an opportunity. Hopefully that makes sense. And this is over the next 7 years, from 2019 to 2026. And 3 of Coins. So investing in yourself towards financial success. There are ideas that you have that you want to pursue. I think that this is a wonderful time for you to do that. There is going to be self-confidence issues for many of you, especially in who you are. Do I have a right to this? Like entitlement questions. Do you have a right to be in the position you are? Do you have a right to the things that you own? Do you have a right to the people that you're interacting with? So until you get really firm, and circumstances will come up that will challenge that idea, like you don't have a right to this, and then you'll have to prove that you do have a right to something. So for example, you have a nice car, right? You have like an Audi or something. I don't know if Audi's real. I like Audis. So let's say you have an Audi, and then someone treats you as though that shouldn't be your car and that's not your rightful place in things. And that gets in your head to the point that you in some way doubt yourself about being the owner of an Audi. You've legitimately bought the Audi. It's not a question of that. But in some way you become sort of shamed from the ownership of having the Audi. And so this is your Chiron feeling, like, I don't have a right to this. This is not who I am. And so the process of healing has to do with healing that energy of feeling like, yeah, I do deserve an Audi. I'm great, and that kind of energy there. And as you in some way step into the energy of being able to feel like it's your rightful place to be in that car, to be in that situation, and to be with that person, those opportunities that were distracting you because you were so preoccupied with denying yourself that will now become opportunities that you can pursue to make more money or be more successful. So what I'm going to do now is roll the dice, and I have 2 number dice, and then I also have, 2 astrological dice. And what this means is that we're going to just find out what numbers resonate for you really strong over this period. Write these down as like guiding energies. So first, the number 11 comes up. So I know you guys love your number 11, which breaks down to 2. I also see the number 3. So write that down as a little bit of extra guidance, 11 and 3. So 3 is a very productive number, and that's what you end up on. In terms of the planets, I have Uranus, which is just left. Uranus has taught you over the last 7 years, Uranus has taught you over the last 7 years what is important about you and how to express yourself in unique ways. You're no longer just a superficial Aries. Not that you ever were, but I think in some way Uranus has taught you a different approach to yourself. And then Jupiter is here, and Jupiter represents, opportunities, all these opportunities that come in with work and success. Jupiter is currently in your 9th house, and over the next 7-year period, it will actually transit this whole side of the chart. So Jupiter's transit is 12 years. So we're taking a look at it's going to end up in Gemini in 2026. So if you're watching there, Jupiter's there by this time. So in about 2024, 2025, Jupiter will be in Aries, and so that will give you abundance. So in a timeline, I would suspect that these kinds of frustrating feelings will come up first, because you will be aligning with what is expected of you. The greatest challenges will come up, and as you continue and define who you are more, you start holding on to the opportunities that are coming in to your life more and more, and through those opportunities you'll find success. So it is a transit of healing and empowerment, so I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to do a 10 card spread on Vimeo in the super duper bonus playlist down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk with you soon. Take care. Bye.